1 John chapter 2 verses 14 to 17. I have written to you, fathers, because you have known him who is from the beginning. I have written to you, young men, because you are strong, and the word of God abides in you, and you have overcome the wicked one. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father but is of the world. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it, but he who does the will of God abides forever. The distinct difference between the word and the world is lust. The world seduces you from God and his word, it offers pleasures and misleads a person from God's way and righteousness. It is the broad way that brings destruction. Adulterers and adulteresses. Do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Whoever therefore wants to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God. But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed. Let the word of God be your treasure, or else we will treasure something else from this world. If we will not treasure his word, we will treasure the world. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. We will reflect and live what we are soaked with. There are just two standards for living. It's either the word that lasts forever or the world that will pass away. No one can serve two masters. For either he will hate the one, and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. If you love the Lord you will keep his word. If you love the word you will despise the temporary and fancy treasures of this world. But if you love the world you will despise his word. If you keep his word you will be hated by those who are enslaved by the world. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love its own. Yet because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will keep yours also. If you keep his word, you will know him. If you keep his word, you will understand him. If you keep his word, the world will not understand you. If you keep his word, he will manifest himself to you. A little while longer and the world will see me no more, but you will see me. Because I live, you will live also. At that day you will know that I am in my Father, and you in me, and I in you. He who has my commandments and keeps them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him. Judas said to him, Lord, how is it that you will manifest yourself to us, and not to the world? Jesus answered and said to him, If anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and we will come to him and make our home with him. He who does not love me does not keep my words, and the word which you hear is not mine but the Father's who sent me. If you keep his word, he will abide with you. If you keep his word, you will abide with him. As the Father loved me, I also have loved you, abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. Draw near to God and he will draw near to you. Cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. Lament and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to gloom. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up.